Steph Jet from the World Journal. How do you feel about the team? How do you feel about the way your team defended Lou? Was that just he getting points?
Defended Lou? Not. I mean, numbers don't lie. So, no matter of our intensity or our lack of intensity to start the game, kind of came back to bite us. They had confidence all throughout the rotation early, and they fed off that in the second half. So he's obviously an X factor for them and a main catalyst in terms of momentum swings because he can get going, really quick. So just got to do a better job to start, the game on Friday, and we know we can do it.
Front row center.
Steph, Mark Medina, Bay Area News Group. What do you think was the reason for the lack of intensity?
I don't know. I mean, we understand it's a closeout game, and they're always difficult no matter who you're playing. And I think they threw the first punch in the first quarter. Everybody seemed like they had nothing to lose and were just firing it up from all over the place. And we had breakdowns in transition. Didn't box out well, so they had plenty of extra possessions, and that gives anybody confidence when you see the ball going in early in the game. So it's one of those nights that we got to erase from our memory quick.
Tim Kawakami, Athletics. Steph, how much of this do you put on yourself? Just the urgency, the intensity, the focus as a leader of the team. Draymond was saying it's his fault for the defense. Do you feel generally that there's some responsibility on your shoulders?
For sure. I take the good with the bad. When we're playing well and winning, the light shines bright. Same thing on the opposite end. You kind of take it on the chin and keep it moving. So I know we had high hopes to end the series tonight and kind of turn the page to the next one, but this journey is going to be a little different, and we got to understand. I think, like you said, individually all throughout the roster, when you have when you're step foot on the floor, lay it all out there. And I understand, this is a very difficult thing to do, is to win a playoff game, and it takes 48 minutes of intense focus for sure.
Tomer Zarla from Flashpoint. Steph, after last game, Clay sort of talked about the Rockets, and Kevon touched on that today. Did you feel like you maybe overlooked this Game 5, this team?
No, not at all. The Clippers played well tonight, and we understood exactly. We've been in this situation plenty of times where we know how hard it is to close a series out, and at the end of the day, as bad as we played in the first half, we were up 1 with 2.5 minutes left, so we clawed our way back and gave ourselves a chance to win. They just made shots down the stretch, and you gotta, I think at the end of the day, look at yourself in the mirror and hold our team accountable for how we started the game, and got to do a better job of that.
Steph, Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. You just mentioned that about the dynamics of the journey. What type of team, playoff team, is the Clippers to you? You guys have played 1-8 or 2-7 before, but this particular AC team, how would you describe them?
I mean, they have talent all over the floor. They got guys that can knock down shots, and then their bench. It's been talked about all year with what Montrez and Lou bring, and that force they bring. So night in, night out, just understanding, what their strengths are, and we have to take those away the best we can. And the games that we've won, we've done that, and the games that we lost, we haven't. It's kind of, if you think about it, it's pretty straightforward. Take those two guys out the best you can, fly around, make it, difficult on the other guys, and then on the offensive end, or turn that defensive intensity into offensive kind of, force as well for us. And the way this game started, again, offensive rebounds, extra possessions, there's no life in anything that we were doing, and they took advantage of it.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Stephen, last year you guys came into the postseason and the defense picked right up. I think you guys finished number 1 in defense in the postseason. This year, there were some intensity issues over the course of the regular season. maybe more at home. You guys have now lost 2 or 3 at home to open the postseason. Are you surprised or shocked? I mean, how do you feel about the fact that just the way you guys are starting the postseason?
I mean, definitely surprised, not what we're used to, but there's no panic at all. We have to realize that, you know, this year is different. There's different challenges, whether it's human nature, whether it's, you know, talent of the competition we're playing, just the way the league's changed with different lineups out there. Like, everything's, you know, different, and you have to adapt. So our message to each other, you know, going into Game 6 is, yeah, we'd have loved to come in and win 4 straight or close it out tonight. Doesn't change what the goal is. The goal is to win 4 games, move on to the next series, and start it all over again. And as much as we hate this feeling we have leaving the court, you know, tonight after Game 5, like, that, the goal is still the same. So we're again, resiliency, we talk about that all the time. It should be there on Friday.
4th row, left-hand side,
Steph,
Tim.
obviously, Steve, up the minute count of the main guys a little bit tonight. Obviously, Kevin played over 40, but you played 38, and you and Draymond again sat, what, 4.5 of the first in the 4th quarter. Could you up that minute count? Are you ready, prepared to go over 40, 42, 44 minutes in a monumental game here?
Definitely, if that's, you know, what we need to do. And the deeper you get in the series, you have to adjust and understand, you know, what's necessary to get that dub to close out a series. So, you know, whatever that means for Game 6 on Friday, however many minutes we need to play, we'll play, and we'll get the win and get it and keep it moving.
Last one, far right-hand side, Ron.
Ron Krojcik, San Francisco Chronicle, back here, Steph. Kevin has scored 38, 33, and 45 the last 3 games. When he has a game like that, do you see something in his eyes early? Is there anything about the way he plays that makes you feel early on he's going to have one of those games?
Not really. I mean, he's obviously been extremely aggressive to score the ball and pick and choose his spots, take advantage of certain matchups, and he's been playing amazing. So I'm trying to balance that with, you know, our normal kind of ball movement and things that gets everybody involved. But at the end of the day, great players make great plays, and he senses the moment more times than not, and he's been taking advantage of it. So, you know, with the performance like it had tonight, like, you wish our total team defense would have been better to, you know, have that help us a little bit more. But, yeah, it's just him being aggressive and taking the shots, taking it and getting to his spots and having confidence.